All right. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Jurassic J on the Jurassic Productions channel, live, and hopefully you guys can not only see me, but you guys can actually hear me clearly as well. I kind of have a little bit of an explanation to give you guys and why I've been gone for 3 or 4 months. Yeah. So, this is the 200 subscriber Q&A. First off, this intro music is 88 Miles an Hour Disco by Harris Heller and Co. Under their new little album slash project, Stream Beats, for any content creator wanting DMCA free music, background music or whatever, whether it be synthwave, rock, and all that, they got it. And I'm using a little bit of their synthwave right now, so let's kind of turn that down and let's bring on the average music here. So yes, we're going to be answering questions from all types of social media, whether that be TikTok, this one place called Telenom, which was actually recommended to me by a viewer of mine in my Twitter DMs, YouTube, and etc. We're just going to be answering questions, and if you guys actually have a question to ask, you guys feel free to ask it in the chat, and I'll try my very best to answer it. I want to take this moment to kind of talk to you guys. First off, I want to keep this positive, and at the end, it's going to kind of, I'm going to warn you guys, it is probably going to be a little bit sad. But for right now, we're going to keep things positive. Yeah. So, I want to thank you guys so much for the support that you guys have given me on this channel. I actually don't know how my channel has been doing, but I just have been getting like notifications of like people subbing, and it's like I've been gone for 3 months. I haven't been posting really anything except on my Twitter every once in a while. But you know what, let's actually go to the main screen and let's see, let's go to YouTube, Jurassic Productions. Let's see how my channel is doing now, because right now I've been getting subs. I don't know. Wow. Wow. Okay, so this is a 200 sub live Q&A or whatever, but 254? Is that real? Wow. That is... Let's go back to the intermission screen like the face cam, and sorry again if the stream is a little bit laggy. Unfortunately, my CPU always screams and wants to kill me in my sleep every time I do a stinger transition, but you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I just can't believe it, man. 254? That's freaking insane. Thank you guys. 254 subscribers as of this stream. That's insane. That's... I need a minute. So, you know what? And not only have you guys supported the channel very much, not only have you guys supported the channel a lot, but you guys have also been supporting the content that I have been putting out. Specifically, Jurassic Park, a novel audio drama. The series where I read to you. Let me just get this lovely book right here, written by a very talented author. This is the book that I read from. It is 400 pages of literal content. So yeah, it's probably going to be a long series, but you guys have been there. You guys have supported me, and you know what? I just can't thank you guys enough. I can't thank you guys enough. It's honestly crazy. It's honestly freaking crazy, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say. But you know what? Without further ado, let's actually celebrate all of that. Let's celebrate the fact that you guys have started coming together, the fact that you guys have actually said, you know what, this guy's worth the time. We're going to be answering questions from every sort of social media site, and let's stop rambling. Let's actually answer some questions. So the first one, we are going to go to Telenom. Now, this was a site recommended to me by a viewer of mine in the Twitter DMs. Let's see. And it's basically kind of like, you know, Curious Cat, you know, where you can ask questions anonymously. I'm sorry, my southern accent is starting to get in the way, right? But yeah, so you can ask questions anonymously. I'm sorry, guys. All right, and let's take a look. All of these. Oh my God, there's so many freaking questions. Oh my God. Okay. Let's see. First one. Let's see. How would your friends describe you? I don't know. I'm not my friends. Next question. No, but seriously. I don't really think about that too often. You know, what do people think of me? Unless if it's like a significant other. Rover259 Wild says, hi, welcome to the stream, Rover. How are you doing? Are you having a good day? Talk to me about it. And, let's see what, so my friends, they could probably call me funny. They could probably call me nice. It's hard, you know, it's literally hard to, you know, go into all that. So, okay, question. Rover259 Wild, yes. You're having a good day. That's good to hear, man. That's good to hear. Listen, I'm having a good day. It's a lovely day outside. It's sunny. It's sad that I have to keep my windows, like my shades, like closed in order to, you know, like get all this mood lighting in, like these right here, these $30 Walmart lights. They look good. They give me good accent lighting, but you know. But you know what? Besides that, I'm having a good day. I'm having a good day. Every day that it's sunny, you know you're having a good day. Yeah. Ramble aside, next question. Let's see. What takes most of you time? I'm gonna guess that's actually a human actually asking that question. So the thing that actually takes me like the most amount of time would either be like actual school, because I actually do attend college. I attend a community college because, you know, I'm not you know, I'm not rich enough to like go to any private college or anything like that, but it still takes up a lot of my time. On the YouTube side of things, it would definitely be editing. I do most, if not every single bit of this channel myself, whether that be the thumbnails, the recording, the editing, every single bit is all me. The channel banner, the profile picture, that's all drawn by me. But like editing itself, you know, making sure that everything is pitch perfect, making sure that, you know, maybe a section is long enough. Are you still gonna make part 4 audio drama of Jurassic Park novel? Yes, Rover, actually. Yes, I am. You know what? Let's actually, let me get my remote here. And let's open HitFilm Pro. That is actually the editing software that I do use in order to make my videos. Let's just, no thank you. So we're gonna go to MCJP4. So if we take a look at the main screen and just open that up, please. Loading media. So yeah, this is the editing software that I use personally. You gonna load, bud? I hate that. I hate that it always takes a long time. Okay, so this right here is part 4. It's part 4. And yeah, we have about, what? 3 hours? Just under 3 hours worth of content. This is going to be possibly the longest video I've ever had on my channel to date. So far I have like just a little bit over an hour of audio edited, like the sound effects and all that. Then I'll export that as like a full audio file. Then I'll go over it with some music as well. Then the visuals. I kind of work these episodes in stages. But yes, right here, yes, part 4 is being made. It's taken a long time because this is a 3-hour long piece of audio that I have to edit. But yes, it is coming, Rover. Do not worry. The series is not dead yet. The series is not dead yet. So that's actually a good question. I was meaning to bring that up sometime near the end, but you know what? We got that through at the end there. So let's go back to the face cam. And let's look at some more Telenom questions. Hopefully they don't have as much broken English as the last few. How is life during Corona? It's fine. It's fine. I actually did just get my vaccinations, so both of them being the Moderna vaccinations. So yeah, I'm actually doing kind of all right. I do still live in my childhood home with a few relatives of mine, and it is tough. It is tough living inside of a house with someone for like an entire year plus, because at this point, I remember March 17th, 2020, I believe it was the 17th. That was the day my school decided, attention everybody, we are going to be closing school for 2 weeks. Yeah, the biggest understatement of the freaking century, right? 2 weeks. Let's see. You've had your vaccine, Rover? That's good. That's good, man. That's good to hear. Listen, you know, I personally don't really care if you're like anti-vax or vaccinations. I definitely prefer vaccinations, you know? I mean, what's going to happen to me? I'm already autistic, my guy. So like, what's going to happen to me? But for real though, I don't really care. But honestly, if we are going to get through this thing, the best thing to do is to, you know, try to socially distance as much as we can. Wear our masks if we absolutely have to. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, you know, wear them every day, wherever you go, like driving in your car, you know what I mean? But, you know, take the right precautions. And this is going to be something that we're going to be able to get through. So, yeah. But, you know, yeah, besides that, besides like socially distancing, besides being like, not unable to contact my friends. I have contacted my friends every once in a while, right? But it has been tough, man. It has been tough. It's been a tough year for everybody. So much stuff happened in the span of a year. It's insane. And hopefully really, really soon, we're gonna get through that. By the way, if you guys actually saw the title, before we continue further, this stream is actually sponsored. No, not by a company, but this stream was actually sponsored by a Reddit DM that I got a while back. Let's just, I'm sorry, I'm already laughing because this is like one of the funniest things I've ever read. It was a 9-minute old Reddit account. Like this Reddit account, I don't know if it's like a copy pasta or like a bot or something, but it's funny. So yeah, this whole stream is going to be sponsored by me doing something that they actually recommend. Let's actually rate it. I'm actually upset. I spent a minute watching your shit YouTube video. You should really never make another again. It's fucking worse than trash. It's legitimately aggravating. Oh, your face doesn't make it any easier. They always go for the face, man. They always go for the face. Shave your fucking neck beard, you bitch voice loser. Oh, man. And can't wait until your YouTube channel fails like I assume everything else in your life. Dead channel in 2 years, I'm calling it. You know what? See, that's the thing about channels sometimes, is that, you know, stuff happens, man. Even the most popular YouTube channels will die at some point. Let's see. Have you watched Danger Mouse? Rover259 Wild also asks, have you watched Danger Mouse? I actually have not. Actually, what the heck is Danger Mouse? You know what? I'm gonna look that up. Danger Mouse. What is that? Okay, so it is. So it's an American musician, Brian Joseph Burton, better known by his stage name Danger Mouse, is an American musician, songwriter, and record producer. He came to prominence in 2004 when he released the Grey album, which combined vocal performances from Jay-Z with instrumentals from the Beatles. The Beatles. Okay, thanks Google. So you know what, that rings a bell? But I don't think I've ever seen or heard any of his music. I'm next time that I have some free time, or if I'm doing schoolwork or something, I'll definitely be looking that up. I'll definitely look that up. Let's see. So the thing about that, the cartoon Danger Mouse. Oh, my bad, man. Let me look that up actually. Something's wrong with me. Yes, I actually do remember this show. It's been it's been years, but I remember this. Yeah, I remember this. Dude, I freaking remember this. Wow. First episode 1981? Shoot. Wow. This is an older cartoon series than I thought. 1981 to 1992. Okay. Wow, okay. So yeah, I actually have, but it has been a long time since I actually watched that show. Maybe whenever I get a second, I'll definitely try to... Maybe I can do some sort of reaction or review to that. So let's go back to the intermission screen. There's also a reboot. Maybe I'll check it out if it's on Netflix or Hulu or something. I'll definitely check it out, especially if it's on YouTube. Let's see. Next Telenom question. What was your first phone? Oh my god. So you guys are about to feel old. You guys are probably about to feel super old, but my first phone was a Samsung Galaxy S3. An S3. And it was good. It was a good phone. It is a good phone. In fact, you know what? I think I may still have it if I look very carefully. We're gonna... let me see. Sorry for abandoning the stream for just a second, but I wanted to... Yeah, it's right here. I actually still have this. Holy freaking crap. Holy jumping crap balls. Yeah. Look at this thing. There's what is that, tape on the side? No, it's a mark. It's like a scratch or something. And so the story behind this phone is that I used to own it for a while. And then I brought it to junior high. I had this phone in junior high, 7th and 8th grade. And in 7th grade, I had this in my jacket. And I wonder if the person who actually did this is actually watching. Shelby, if you're watching this, I haven't forgotten. She got mad at this kid in library, so she took my jacket and she threw the freaking thing. Have I watched Powerpuff Girls? Yes, I have. Pretty good show. The reboot looks like it's probably gonna be trash, even if they rewrite this. So yeah, it ended up, the Samsung Galaxy S3 ended up being trashed, but I don't know why, but I still keep it. Also, you might be asking yourself, what are you doing with that shaving cream? Yes, the title is right, and according to that Reddit post, I should shave. So you know what? We're actually gonna take that. We're gonna take that challenge on. I got myself a washcloth, and as we're answering questions, we're gonna be actually shaving live on stream. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe YouTube will say that it's some sort of wrong thing. I don't know. So yeah. Samsung Galaxy S3 is destroyed. It's cracked. I probably will never be able to bring it back to life. Who knows? At this point, the Samsung Galaxy S3 is definitely like outdated. So now I used to have a HTC Desire 529, I believe that's what it's called, and now I own an iPhone 7. So that's, yeah, I've owned a few phones in my life, but I'll always remember the S3. It has a place in my heart. So yeah, let's see. So that was my first phone. Rover259 Wild again with another question. Thank you so much. Have you watched Star Wars? Only a few of the movies. Surprising enough, only a few of like the main movies. I have watched a little bit of Clone Wars back when it was still like running, like the original run of the series. I would actually watch it in like the cafeteria of the primary school that I went to, like kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and all that. And you know what? It was fun. And did I drop? Nope. Everything's cool. Everything's cool. I would also watch like I also watched episode 4, A New Hope, which I think is a pretty good friggin' movie. I think it's possibly one of the only films out there that could be considered perfect, along with, you know, Jurassic Park, obviously, and then the Back to the Future trilogy. So Star Wars is up there. You know, I'm just not as much in the fandom as most people are. You know, I don't go super insane over everything, although I can't help but always like crack a smile if something like in a movie happens, like they reference one of the older ones, and I'm like, okay, that's pretty good, like in Force Awakens, you know. But so yeah, I watched some of it, but not all of it, and I'm also not that big of a fanboy for Star Wars. But yeah, good question. Still good questions. These are good questions, guys. These are good questions. More broken English, please. Xbox or PlayStation? I'm going to surprise you guys. I'm going to say neither, and not because I'm PC Master Race. WebSocket client disconnected. Oh, shoot. My friggin' remote. Oh, well. Oh, well. Let's see. Am I missing anything? So, as I'm putting this on, yeah, so, here's the funny thing. I am actually not a PC gamer too much. I'm actually not that much of a PC gamer too much. But, I do go with consoles just because that's what I grew up with. You know what I mean? I grew up with the Xbox 360. That was my first real gaming console, but I actually did work with the V-Smile from VTech that had like puzzle solving games like Thomas the Tank Engine and Bob the Builder. That was great. And I am making a complete mess of myself. I look like an absolute clown. But you know what? Anything that pleased the guys. Anything that pleased the Reddit trolls, right? Did you know they are making a Jurassic World Evolution 2? Yes, actually. I did give my first reactions to Jurassic World Evolution on Twitter, which you can follow me if you look down below at YouTube Jurassic. Every once in a while, I'll post like a shit post or whatever, and you know, react to whatever's going on Jurassic wise or just anything in general. I don't know if I'm doing any sort of good with this. I'm probably messing this all the way up. Once I'm done with the stream, I'm probably going to look like absolute garbage. But yeah, Jurassic World Evolution 2, it looks absolutely amazing. I'm glad that I'm going to take a wild guess and say that they are actually bringing Jeff Goldblum back. So yeah. Oh. Yeah, this is gonna be a friggin' disaster. So yeah, God, I don't. So much stuff is happening right now in my mind and like on stream to the point where I don't even know what's going on half the time. So yeah, Jurassic World Evolution 2 looks good. Barely seen Star Wars, and this shaving is going absolutely fantastic. Slash S. Let's see, more broken. Oh yeah, the Xbox and PlayStation. Oh god. Oh man. Okay, so the thing about consoles is that I did grow up on the Xbox. And if I grew up on PlayStation, I would probably say maybe PlayStation. But the thing about it is, I'm also not that much of a person who is into like the console wars thing. I honestly ain't. Like, I just don't really care too much about the console wars. I don't care if one has 12 teraflops of like, you know what I mean? It just, I don't get it, man. I don't freaking get it. But that's just me. That's just me. If you're honestly complaining about like if you're honestly like fighting over a plastic box and like which corporation is better, I don't know. I don't see any, like, people can fight if they want to, because people fight, especially Americans, we fight over stupid crap all the time, especially here in America. And you know, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. I would say go outside and touch grass, but you know, that's already outdated to say. Let's get to this. Probably look like absolute garbage. Let me take a look. OBS. Yeah. I probably look absolutely terrible. Hey, at least underneath here is looking clean as crap. Let's. Oh man, have I watched 2000s Disney movie Dinosaur? Yes, I have, and I was actually a big fan of that back in the day too. Speaking of, let me just go off screen real quick, just to kind of prove to you that I actually did like it. There's this guy. This guy, he's kind of up in storage. Just hold him like a shotgun. Good old Aladar. Yeah, so I don't know what happened to him, but he actually used to like have his eyes light up and then make noises or whatever. I think just the dinosaur noises. I don't think he made any had any catchphrases or anything like that. Like DB Sweeney. Is that the name? Is that the name of the voice actor? Wasn't it? I'm trying to remember. No catchphrases, dinosaur noise only, but this thing is awesome. Bring him back to storage. Get him off that. Get him back onto that shelf here. My friggin' face looks fucked up. So yeah. God, this friggin'. The only thing I'll say about the shaving cream is that it gets everywhere, I swear. Yes, okay. So yeah. As well, I don't know. As well as console wars, getting back to that topic, I just don't understand, like, the reason why people fight over that. You know, I kind of hate the exclusive feeling, you know, that PlayStation has. Xbox has kind of better hardware sometimes, but PlayStation has better exclusives. But then console wars kind of get in the way of like people who actually just want to have fun. Like Terminator Resistance, that was a game that I do have a few videos on in my channel, and I played through that. I need to get back on that, by the way. I need to put that in my phone. I actually played Terminator Resistance a while back, and now they came out with like a remaster version, which is actually kind of freaking quick that they would come out with one that quick, but it was only for PlayStation 5. And of course you have people in the comments like, oh yeah, Xbox fan crying. No, I'm crying for the fact that they're doing something stupid. Like, I always kind of like, I don't really support corporations too much, but if like a game development if a game development group does good, then I give them praise, especially if they like bombed before and they come out with something good. Like the people, Reef Entertainment and all those guys who made Terminator Resistance, they made Rambo the video game. Yeah, the friggin' rail shooter that had you go through like all 3 Rambo movies. But it was a rail shooter. The graphics looked like absolute crap. They just ripped the audio straight out of the friggin' movies, and then had some people just do like terrible voice act dubs for like different characters. Like I think the actor for Will Teasel was different. Like they didn't rip audio from him for that. But then they come out with Terminator Resistance, and it's awesome. It's great, and the enhanced version looks pretty good too. It looks like max graphics on PC on a console. And then they just say, oh well, it's going to be PlayStation 5 only. Then you have the Xbox fans crying. It's like, I'm not even mad that it's on Xbox, because let's be honest, if it was only on Xbox only, the PlayStation people would probably cry, or they would do the whole, yeah, well, you know what, I didn't even care for that game anymore. Because that's how people are, guys. That's how people are. But, you know, exclusivity, I guess. I don't know. I'm tired. Have you guys noticed that I'm just absolutely tired? But, I don't know, man. Console wars are dumb, but I just play Xbox because that's what I grew up with. That's the live service I have, and all that. Get this little bit of a mustache off. Oh yeah, that's the thing about shaving too. It feels friggin' good, dude. It feels like a massage. Unless you actually have like a bump on your neck and then you cut it and then it starts bleeding everywhere. But you know, massage. It's a nice soft massage. Rover259 Wild once again with another question asks, have you played Sonic the Hedgehog? I have played a couple of games in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, actually. I have played, let's see, when I first got the Xbox 360, actually, like for Christmas of like 2011, I'd like to say. 10 years ago, man. That's insane. 10 years ago, I got the Xbox 360. Then I got Sonic Generations. And then I think my next game was Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. Like Sonic 06. I was actually dumb enough to ask someone, hey, can I have Sonic 06 on the Xbox 360? And I got it and I instantly regretted it. So, you know. And then I think I got Sonic Unleashed. And I think that's it. Of course, then I also tried playing like some of the older games, whether they be on emulators or, you know, like demos on the Xbox store or anything like that. But yeah, I have a little bit of experience. I have a little bit of experience with the Blue Blur. I'll be quite honest with you. Sonic 06 was the worst game, Rover259 Wild says. I would say that because of the potential that was lost, but I think if you were to ask me the worst Sonic game, and this is coming from someone who hasn't played it, again, this is also someone who looked at The Last of Us Part 2 and said, even from an outsider's perspective, those were my words, outsider's perspective, it looked like garbage. Sonic Forces looked absolutely friggin' horrible, but Sonic 06 is also the worst. I'd say Sonic 06 is possibly the worst whenever it comes to like the glitches, you know, what everybody has said before. Sonic 06 is bad because of the glitches, the very complicated story. Of course, Princess Elise and a hedgehog, like a human and a hedgehog. A dead hedgehog, by the way, like kissing. Like, what were Sega thinking? what was Sega thinking? But then on the other hand, with Sonic Forces, you have like what seems to be like a boring levels. You have people acting out of character, like Tails saying, "Sonic, help me!" whenever faced with like Chaos Zero. Chaos Zero, whenever he like faced off, was it Chaos 4 that he faced off in Sonic Adventure 1? Wasn't it? Why is he scared of Chaos Zero? And then you had Classic Sonic come in, and then it's just a whole big... So yeah, Sonic 06 is the worst whenever it comes to that, but Sonic Forces is also bad in its own right. Both of them had so much potential. That's the thing that kind of like bugs me about like bad Sonic games, is the potential that's lost. You know, because Sonic 06, I think with a few like story tweaks, I think it could have been really good. If they spent more time on it as well, it could have been really good. But no, Sega just said, you know, just get it out in Christmas or else you're fired or something. By the way, Jason Griffith, best Sonic voice actor in my opinion. I kind of wish he would come back, but you know, sometimes you never get what you're doing for. I would have actually really like it if Max Middleman, who plays, I'm trying to remember the name, but he plays a character in the Persona series, I believe. He would actually be really good. So yeah. We still have 2 concurrent viewers and 2 likes so far. Thank you guys for sitting by and watching me ramble like an absolute moron. I absolutely appreciate it. Right now, we're just having ourselves a good time, man. We're just having ourselves a grand old time. Let's see. Is there any other broken English questions? Let's see. What was missing in your last relationship? Honestly, I think it was possibly like relaxation. Because I do have like experience with like relationships, at least a little bit, right? I'd say my biggest problem with my last relationship was just how fast we moved, you know? And possibly because of my own stupidity. Listen, we all do stupid things because we're in love. And that's all I'll say for that, out of respect for the person I'm talking about. Who knows? Maybe they may watch this in the future. Let's see. Have you heard... Rover259 Wild with yet another question says, have you heard a cartoon about a boy who lives in a house full of 10 sisters called The Loud House? Yes, I have. And I actually watch that show every once in a while with like my cousin, like a few years ago. We were... I actually have a funny story. I don't know which episode it was. But... me, my cousin, and my cousin's little sister, so I guess another cousin, me and the cousin were both the same age, and then her sister is like 5, and we're just chilling, we're relaxing, we're practically babysitting the 5-year-old, and this one episode starts, and Lincoln's like looking around, you know, he's like, and then I decided to be like, what you looking there? You know, trying to be funny. And then Lincoln just all of a sudden says, money. Like, that's the first line of the episode, and me and the cousin just laughed. I don't know why. Just the timing of it all. Oh, man. Also, this also, again, feels really good. Holy crap. Oh, man. And so, you know what? I think that's going to be enough questions from Telenom. Thank you guys. Thank all the people who are anonymous who sent in some questions. We also have one question from Twitter. We have one question from Twitter that I need to locate and find. This is... I literally have to search this. I have to scroll down so much. Let's see, where, oh where, where's the question? I swear, I thought I had this bookmarked. Do I have this bookmarked? No, I don't. I only have the one single tweet that Salty DK Dan replied to me with like some fan art I made of him, Gerber, and Pasty for like Pride Month. I think it was Pride Month. No, it was just Pride focused. Let's see. What the heck, man? Okay, let me, because I remember the person who asked this. Let me just find this. I'm sure it's somewhere. It is not. Hold on. This is risky, but you know what? You turn. Oh shit! I'm about to knock my freaking PC off. Hold on, let me just. Future. Shit! It keeps swinging. Oh man, it keeps swinging, man. Freaking technology. I do remember the question. It was by a lovely person named Xanthic Eclipse, and they basically asked, what was your favorite movie? Come on. It should be quite obvious, shouldn't it? Sarcasm aside, yes, my favorite movie is Jurassic Park. So, now that that's out of the way, and I think they also asked if I was to collaborate with anybody, who would I actually collaborate with? There's like a few Jurassic Park YouTubers, like a few Jurassic YouTubers out there that I would very much love to interact with. There's Clayton Fioriti, Swerve, Evolution Square, you know, like people like that. I would definitely love to have like on the show, whether it be like a live stream or just a regular old video, and whether it's like an interview or just talking about something. And like for mainstream, if I was to collaborate with like a mainstream YouTuber, who would it be? I'd have to go with, you know, the obvious, like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye. You know, it's like those guys just have like very cool personalities that, you know, I can really like have some fun with. You know, like Jacksepticeye is like the type of person you could just have a beer with and, you know, just have yourself a grand old time. Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers, they're also absolutely super chill. Who knows, maybe we could talk about virtual machines. I know my computer probably will not be able to run a virtual machine ever in its life, but you know, hey, what? A man can dream, right? A man can dream about one day having what is usually called an internet condom. But, you know, what can you do? So yeah, that's the answer to Xanthic's question. I don't know where it disappeared off to, but maybe it's just Twitter being Twitter. Oh. I think we just had ourselves a little bit of a hiccup, but everything's fine now. Rover259 Wild with yet another question, dude. Sheesh, man. I'm loving all the questions that you're asking, man. I'm so glad that you're actually staying here and interacting. Have you watched Fast and Furious? No, I have not. And you know what? I was this close. To seeing Fast 9 in theaters just because the Jurassic World Dominion opening, which is something I saw online in bootleg quality, by the way. I actually enjoyed that. I was this close to watching Fast and Furious 9 just for that friggin' preview. And you know what's funny though is that stuff like that, it's not the first time that people have done that. When Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace actually came out, they actually had the trailer play in front of this random movie, and I have a feeling that the movie probably wouldn't have made so much money if it wasn't just for that one trailer. I think they even did the same thing for Batman 1989, you know, with like Michael Keaton and directed by Tim Burton. I think I may stand corrected on that, but yeah, people in the movie industry, they've done that sort of thing before. As for if I was to spend some time like out of my literal day to watch Fast and Furious, maybe, I don't know, because sometimes I like watching stupid movies to make me laugh, but there's some things that it's just like, come on. Maybe when I'm 21 and I'm out with a few friends, and hopefully after this pandemic ends, and I just have myself a grand old time with the boys, getting drunk and watching like all 10 or 11 or 15 Fast and Furious movies that are out by that point. You know, who knows? It's definitely a good drunk franchise from what I could tell, but I have not watched a single movie. I do like some of the songs that are in there every once in a while, though. See You Again from Fast and Furious 7. I remember loving that in friggin' 7th grade. Oh, man. My chin. See, my chin looks okay. There's a little bit of fuzz. The camera is probably not high quality enough to like pick it up. And yes, I am dry shaving. I am not a cow. Huh? I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, let's see. How are we doing? We have 3 viewers currently watching the stream right now. How are you guys doing? Are you guys having a good day? So far, I am. We're still answering questions from all types of social media. Rover259 Wild is definitely in the front running position, asking a lot of questions, which, you know what? I can always appreciate that. Xanthic Eclipse. Hey! Hey, there you are. There you are with a friggin' Easter Island emoji. There you are. Yeah, ironic. I just answered your question. I'm guessing before you like came in. So like, yeah. Literally, this right here could probably be some therapy. Hold on. You know what? Let's turn this into. You know the difference between shaving cream cans from Jurassic Park novel and the movie? Yes, I do, actually. In the novel, it was a Gillette brand shaving cream can. And in the movie, it was good old Barbasol. So yeah, like I said, doing that friggin' audio drama series, there's definitely a lot of things in the novel that are like definitely like fresh in my mind and that I remember. So yeah. It's a good question. Thanks for testing out my knowledge for the franchise. I like that. You tried getting me, or maybe you didn't. You just wanted to know the difference between Gillette and Barbasol. But you know, good work. GG. Let's see. Do we have any questions from YouTube? I know we have a few under my actual last video, which was let the 200 sub special begin. Ask me questions in the comments below. Let's see. The conspiracy theorist says, besides the audio drama series, do you have any big projects in the works? Yes, I do. One of them being just some more gameplay videos, man. Just some more gameplay videos because I honestly really enjoy that as well. Finish up Terminator Resistance and maybe start something maybe on like Operation Genesis or even Evolution, you know, building up to the release of Evolution 2. Who knows, maybe I'll do some more audio drama series for like the Lost World Jurassic Park novel, or like the first Rambo novel, like First Blood by David Morrell. That's actually a really good book too. Or the first Jaws by Peter Benchley. There's so much stuff that I could probably do that I would really enjoy making for you guys. And you know, so far from what it seems, you guys really enjoy the type of stuff that I actually make, whether it's the audio drama series or if it's gameplay, you know. Let's see. King Ezekiel, my guy, King Ezekiel, this guy, he's been a long time viewer of Jurassic Productions long before I was here. 3 years ago, I started taking a hiatus, but before that, I actually did make a few YouTube videos before that, and he would actually comment on a few of my videos. So it's good to see this guy. It's like a Walking Dead, like roleplay account or something like that. But you know how they'll like make the profile picture of the character, change their name to the actual character's name, and so, every once in a while they'll just type and like shitpost in like comment sections down below. Let's see. I gotta do the Carrie Payton voice, don't I? Oh man, I'm about to butcher this. Long time no see, fair knight. Thank you. Now I have two questions actually. First, how did you actually get into the Jurassic Park franchise in the first place? And two, what are you looking forward to in 2021? So, God, I probably butchered freaking Carrie Payton's voice. Great actor. I love his booming voice. I'm sorry, Gary. I'm sorry, Gary. Okay, so how I actually first got into this right here, the Jurassic Park franchise. I was 5 years old, and my older sister, Ivy, she wanted to kind of screw with me. You know how younger siblings are. They want to screw with you, right? So she was like, let's watch a scary movie. She's like 9 years old. She's wanting to scare her 5-year-old younger brother. She says, get the VHS tape. Yes, I did say VHS tape. For those of you who don't know, it's a big black box that you put into another big black box and it plays a movie in subpar quality. But anyway, so she asked me to get the VHS tape. I go in there, I look for it. I could probably, since I'm living in my childhood house, the room is like right across the hallway. I could probably, if I could take this little webcam here and actually show you guys the place, I probably could, because that memory is like something that, you know, is very engraved into my mind. But I get the VHS tape and it says Jurassic Park, and it's the original poster cover, like just the black background, the logo that says an adventure 65 million years in the making. And I was doing good. I wasn't scared until the T-Rex broke out of its paddock and started attacking the Ford Explorers. That was when my mind was hooked, and when I really started loving the idea of filmmaking in general. After watching that scene and watching the whole movie, I was hooked. I was into older movies. I love drawing stuff from older movies. I love older movies because of Jurassic Park. I love dinosaurs, and I think in a way, if it wasn't for Ivy and if it wasn't for me watching that movie whenever I was 5, this right here, all of this wouldn't exist if my 9-year-old little older sister wanted to kind of screw with me. So yeah, and things I'm looking forward to in 2021, Jurassic World Evolution 2, whenever that is. Let's see. Ghostbusters Afterlife coming out in November. I'm actually really excited for that. And Halloween Kills coming out in October of 2021. Let's see. I would say this pandemic to be over with, but let's be honest, unfortunately, it's still probably going to take a while, you know, for things to kind of start settling back into what we supposedly call normality. You know, it's probably going to be a while. It's probably not going to be 2021. Who knows? But, you know, also, by the way, yeah, this is definitely a massage. Someone should make like a massage parlor, but instead of like groping at people's buttocks and stuff like that, they just shave them. Except that's already a thing. So what am I saying? Rover259 Wild with yet another question. Have you read or wrote Jurassic Park fan fiction? I have actually read a few. There are some that are actually extremely interesting. Like there's a few that kind of like try to predict or like write out what Dominion will be like, right? Like the next and supposedly final film in that saga, how it's going to be. There's some that are just absolutely friggin' horrible, right? Like I'm sorry guys, if there's anyone who listens or is seeing this right now who's written Jurassic Park fan fiction before, just know I don't mean any harm by it, but there's some stuff that is kind of terrible. Like the grammar is like on scale of like two teenagers like texting each other about how much they love each other. But there's some that are like I said before, there are some that try to predict or like write out what they think Dominion would be like. and some of the interactions would actually be pretty freaking good, man. Some of the interactions would actually be pretty freaking good. So yeah, that's my experience with Jurassic Park fan fiction. Not too much, but you know. Although there is a few ideas, conspiracy theories. Let's actually go back to your question, because there's actually something I was wanting to talk about. I do have an idea for a video where we actually take a look at fan fictions from the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. And if you guys have been on the internet for at least 5 years, you already know Sonic the Hedgehog fan fiction. It's a grand old time to read, if I'll tell you that. Basically, the concept is I have a few friends on my Discord where I'll go to. Let's see. Hold on, I just got a text from an old friend of mine. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. Duty called for like 0.5 seconds. I'd say just get a few friends on a Discord server, like a private Discord server with me and a few friends, and we'd be reading Sonic the Hedgehog fanfiction. What do you guys think about that? Would you guys want to see us give Sonic fanfiction the Jurassic Park novel audio drama treatment? Like add the sound effects, add some music, have people, not just me, but me and a few friends, like do some voices. Would you guys actually want to watch that? I think it'd actually be pretty freaking cool. We are about 57 minutes in. Time flies fast. We actually did some pretty good progress on the shaving too. Although this side, holy crap, I'm still super freaking fuzzy. Rover259 Wild says that'll be great. Yeah, see, right? People want to cringe. People like to see content that'll make them cringe, hate their lives, but then laugh at the same time. Laugh at the same time. That's the key. That's a key. That's a key feeling. Let's see. Is there any other questions that have been asked? Yes, there is actually on my TikTok, which I don't really do too much. Let's see. There was one question. Let's see. Faceless Circle 101 on TikTok says, I hate to be political. Oh boy. We getting deep. We going down the rabbit hole, aren't we? But is Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween or Christmas movie? And then they do like the little blushing like emoji or whatever. So this is actually kind of an interesting question, but because it requires some analysis, and who knows, maybe I'll do a video on that in the future. Who knows? I'll add it to the list. I'd say, have you played Five Nights at Freddy's? Yes, I have. And I actually enjoyed it back in the day. I'd say it's definitely a Christmas movie. Because most Christmas movies, what are they about? Saving Christmas, saving Santa Claus, saving one of the amputated elves, you know, one of the slaves, you know what I mean? Like saving something related to Christmas. That's always every single Christmas movie out there. I think at this point, even Harold and Kumar have saved Christmas. Now the thing about Nightmare Before Christmas is that there are a few characters that are like Halloween-esque. Like you have the Boogeyman, you have Jack Skellington, you have Sally, right? You have all these characters that, you know, come from this Halloween world into this Christmas world, but it's all to save Santa from the Boogeyman, right? So I definitely try to do this as like a much bigger analysis instead of like a 20-second like answer to like a question on like a live stream. But here's how I look at it. Nightmare Before Christmas is a Christmas movie with Halloween characters. Think about that next time you're watching. Rover259 Wild says, have you played Five Nights at Freddy's? I've already answered this, but I'd say, yeah, I actually have. I've played FNAF 1, FNAF 2, FNAF 3, I've not played any of the later games, but I have tried to get a hold of the books, and I've been following really closely to the movie. I've been following really closely on the movie. I actually remember every once in a while, because I was in that Five Nights at Freddy's phrase back in 7th grade, looking up stuff about Five Nights at Freddy's movie or whatever. I remember there was a fan film by, I think it was called Iron Horse Productions, where they made a Five Nights at Freddy's like trailer for like their fan film, right? FNAF Cold Storage. And I remember I remember my dumbass and like my best friend being a dumbass, like all of us like, oh my god, it looks so good. Oh my god, look at Chica, she looks so good. You know what I mean? Like just nerding out like a couple of dorks over like this stupid trailer, which by the way, not a bad fan film. And to kind of talk about it as well. There is a lot of controversy at the moment concerning FNAF, with like its creator actually retiring now. And I will say this, I don't necessarily agree with the way Scott Cawthon spends his money, but that's me. I'm not gonna dox his family. I'm not gonna go and physically like attack him. That's the thing. The Banana Splits movie was a rip-off of FNAF in the Banana Splits show. That is right. That was actually an old script that they were gonna use for the FNAF movie before they used it for the Banana Splits. But you know what I mean? Like, that's Scott Cawthon. You know, that's his money. He's gonna spend it however. More than likely, you're probably not gonna change anyone's opinion. And I try not to get political on this channel, because if you go political on like a YouTube channel, you instantly lose like half of your audience. This channel is made for everybody. I don't really care who you are, as long as you, I don't really care as long as you accept the fact that people are going to be different. You know what I mean? If you're gay, I accept you into the community. If you're gay, if you're a lesbian, if you're transgender, honestly, if you're a gamer, definitely accept you. If you're someone who some people might consider a boomer, you're welcome into the community. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's sad that he's retiring, but you know, I don't know. It's just hard. You know, topics like this are especially really hard for someone who's trying to grow their YouTube channel. You know what I mean? So I'll try not to speak too much into it. It's kind of sad that Scott Cawthon is retiring, but considering his family was doxxed, it's probably better that it is probably better that he does retire and, you know, lives a life away from that community, at least a tiny bit, for the safety of his family. You know what I mean? Because he's got 2 sons, I believe, 2 or 3 sons, and then a wife. You know what I mean? You know, despite political beliefs, you shouldn't be doxing people. At least that's my opinion. At least that's my opinion. But, you know, what you gonna do in the end, right? Let's see. Is there any other questions? Is there any other questions on here? I think that's every single one. And we are now at 1 hour and 4 minutes into this. I'd say that's it. I'd say that's it for the Q&A, unless Xanthic or Rover wants to ask a few more questions before we hop off of here, as well as I do got to give myself a little bit of an explanation why this live stream took so long in order to get to the way it is today, and what we're going to be doing tomorrow. Let's see. Have you watched The Shining and Doctor Sleep? Yes and yes. I love both of those. Especially, and The Shining, I do mean the Stanley Kubrick movie, not the actual Stephen King miniseries. I do definitely prefer the Kubrick movie, despite what King actually says, honestly. But, you know, that's just me. Doctor Sleep is also really good. I love Ewan McGregor's performance in that. I love the fact that they actually reference the web series Ruby in that as well. It's just, they're good horror movies, man. I love horror movies. But yeah, so now that the main event is mostly over, I'll still probably be answering questions here and there. First off, I gotta explain what happened the last time I tried streaming, because let me try to give some context. So I think it was back in April or March that I tried streaming again. That I tried doing a live stream, doing this exact thing, the 200 sub Q&A, the live shaving and all that, which, by the way, okay. That aside, YouTube actually changed the way that their streaming actually worked. They actually changed the way their streaming actually worked, and it kind of screwed it up. So while I thought I was streaming according to like OBS and all that, YouTube and the viewers was actually saying, "Waiting for Jurassic Productions, guys, we're waiting for him." Have you played Call of Duty? Yes, I have, a few times, and I actually kicked butt at it at my first try. Maybe I'll get Cold War or something if they actually are able to reduce the file size, because I'm sorry, fam. I'm not downloading like a quarter of a megabyte sized game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm not doing that, fam. So yeah, apparently YouTube had this thing on their newer live streaming like setup page where you have to enable auto start or else you would be streaming to nobody. And that's basically what I was doing. I spent 40 minutes chilling and hanging out. Nobody said anything, but and it was kind of embarrassing after a while. So I was like, oh boy. So I like stopped the stream, and I'm gonna be quite honest, I was kind of depressed, low-key, on that day. So it kind of took me a while to get back to it, but I'm glad so far that it's doing like extremely well. So that's kind of why the last time I tried streaming this kind of failed. And as for where I've been the last 3 months, now this is going to be a very sensitive topic. We are going to be talking about death, okay? And if YouTube wants to demonetize me whenever I reach 1,000 subs for this little thing right here, that's completely fine. I'm not going to be complaining against it, but we are going to be talking a little bit about death because I want to talk to you guys. I want to give you guys a little bit of context. So, my father, 3.5 years ago, he was diagnosed with stage 4, which, if you guys know anything about cancer, stage 4 is the worst of the worst. If you have stage 4, then there's practically nothing they can really do. It's very rare that people are able to actually beat stage 4 cancers at all. And he got what the doctor called stage 4 metastatic prostate cancer. And he did good. He did his chemo. He did his chemo treatments. Have you played as the Jurassic Park Jeep on Rocket League? I have not actually played Rocket League, although I may actually get the friggin' DLC for that if I ever get on Rocket League. And like I said, don't worry about like asking questions during all this. Like I said, if you guys want to ask me a question at all, you guys feel free to continue doing that. That's why we're here. We're here chilling. I'm just basically just spending the time to try to tell you guys, to try to explain to you guys why I have been gone, why part 4 of the audio drama series has not been released yet, besides the fact that it's a 3-hour long video in the making. And he did good with his chemo treatments, and he had a car crash. He had a stroke and a car crash on private property, thank goodness, so no one else was really hurt besides him. So he had to get surgery on his back. He was kind of paralyzed, so he had to have therapy. And he was doing really good until very recently when he actually got paralyzed again. The cancer actually got to his bones, especially his vertebrae. So the little rods that they stick in you in order to fix your spine or whatever, they started becoming loose. So he couldn't feel anything below his legs at that point. So he decided to go to the doctor, at Vanderbilt in our state's capital, like the biggest hospital that we probably have, one of the biggest at least, Vanderbilt University Hospital. And he spent at least, I would say, a whole month. He would say, yeah, definitely a month. He would spend a month in there, and then they finally fixed him, but he still didn't feel so good. So what he did is that he had once again, another round of chemotherapy 2 days after that surgery. And I think at that point, being paralyzed twice definitely puts a little bit of perspective on that. And that day, he decided he was done. He was done fighting. He called the house, and I remember the words he said, and that was 66. That's a long time, surprising enough. Those were his words, or at least close to that. If I could get a transcript of that call, just to kind of have that nearby, I would. Have you watched Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous? I have, all 3 seasons. Can't wait to see what they do for season 4. So, yeah, so we called and said, this is probably going to be goodbye. So we went up there, visited him, and he got an ambulance ride, a 3-hour ambulance ride, because we're about 3 hours away from Vanderbilt. So let me turn the music down just a tiny bit, because the music may be drowning myself out just a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. And I think, like, not even that day, I think the next day we got the call and he was gone. My dad was like one of the toughest people I knew, and that feeling of having to watch someone kind of wither away in a hospital bed, it is one of the worst feelings you could ever have in life. It is one of the worst feelings that anyone could ever experience in life. So to kind of honor his memory, have you watched Toy Story? Yes, I have. All 4 films. Like the first 3, I think the 4th one is kind of average. But that's just me. So to kind of commemorate, listen, my dad wasn't the most perfect man in the world, especially after like chemotherapy, after that car crash. His mind kind of started deteriorating at a very alarming rate. So he would do things that were like, I don't know how to really describe it, but they weren't like decisions I would probably make. Just saying. But that doesn't mean I can't. That doesn't mean that I shouldn't honor him still, because he's still my dad. You know what I mean? So hopefully, if I can, what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, whether that be at noon or some other time, I'll try to keep you guys updated on Twitter. Again, down below, it's at YouTube Jurassic. Feel free to, follow me there for any sort of update. If you just want to see some shit posts or some memes, or me talking about Jurassic Park, ranting to someone else looking like an absolute dork, or updates on YouTube. Do you hate Suicide Squad 2016? It's okay. It's not the best DC film. Speaking of DC, actually, that is a good transition, because tomorrow, sometime soon, again, keep you guys updated about the time when it will happen down there on Twitter. Follow me on the Bird app, guys. We will be doing a fundraiser for the Prostate Cancer Foundation, the PCF, the largest prostate cancer foundation in the nation, possibly the world. I'm not really too sure. But tomorrow, we're actually going to be playing a game. We're going to be completing it on hard mode. What game? Batman Arkham Asylum. The remastered version, but still. We're going to be completing Batman Arkham Asylum on hard mode. We're probably not going to do any of the Riddler stuff. I'm sorry. I just don't have. I just don't. I earned like 2 days off from school. I can't spend like a whole week trying to search for all the Riddler stuff. But we are going to be playing through Batman Arkham Asylum on hard mode, and we're basically going to try to raise at least a little bit of money in his honor, in my dad's honor, you know. So that's going to be a thing tomorrow. I'll try to keep you guys updated on when it will be. Hopefully, who knows, maybe it'll probably be at noon like this live stream was. Because I actually did play Batman Arkham Asylum on hard mode. It was long and hard. That's what she said. You know, so it'll probably be like a whole day thing. And because YouTube doesn't allow fundraisers to be made by people who are like under 10,000 subscribers, we're kind of go with a little bit of a trust system. Where if you guys donate, feel free to say in chat, I donated $5, I donated $10, I donated $1,000. You know what I mean? Like, kind of do like this little bit of a trust system. You know, just don't be that guy that says, I donated $1,000. Okay. And then it turns out they didn't really donate anything. You know what I mean? And let me preface this right now. In the world right now, we are still going through this pandemic, and it's probably not gonna be until like 2022. Have you played Jurassic Park fan games? I have, actually. Jurassic Park S, I believe, and Jurassic Dream. Jurassic Park S and Jurassic Park Dream. Jurassic Dream. I love those two. So, you know, just don't be that guy. Just don't be that guy who, you know, goes in the chat and says, I donated a whole bunch of money, and it turns out you don't. Just don't be that guy. You know what I mean? You probably, you know, I'm not going to be like, you know, give me proof you donated. You know what I mean? Just like, I think I can trust you guys enough to where you guys won't be a dickhead, basically. So yeah. So tomorrow, Batman Arkham Asylum hard mode. We're gonna be if you guys are able to donate, feel free to. If you guys can't, because again, pandemic going on, people are probably right now suffering. Don't feel like you absolutely have to donate. We can always just have ourselves a grand old time and just continue supporting the PCF from our little live stream, just hanging out, chilling, relaxing, shooting some b-ball outside the school when a couple of guys who were up to no you know, just yeah. So that's going to be the premise of the live stream tomorrow. Again, keep you guys updated. I'm sorry that I sound like a broken record. I'm just skipping and going back. It's just a very important thing that I hold dear in my heart, and I hope you guys will be there to kind of support me as you guys have for this live stream. You know, it's just one of those things, man. One of those things, guys. Let's see. We are now at an hour, 19 minutes, and 11 seconds so far. We have been streaming for a while. Rover259 Wild with yet another question. Do you like Tom and Jerry? That is actually the first cartoon I actually really liked. Whether that be the Chuck Jones era or the Hanna-Barbera, like the original era, or even like the first like era when they looked kind of more like a cat and a mouse. You know what I mean? Like what was that one episode where they were like shooting off fireworks and the designs kind of looked like an actual cat and mouse kind of. Like, I watched most of the eras and not the modern ones, because let's be honest, you couldn't pay me enough. You could not pay me enough to watch Tom and Jerry and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. You could not pay me enough to watch, you know, the modern stuff like that. Maybe the 2021 movie? Who knows? I actually used to like the 1992 Tom and Jerry movie. That was until I reached the age of reason. But yeah. Let's see. I think I'm gonna leave it off, and I'm probably gonna finish shaving. So next time you guys see me live, I'll probably Actually, you know what? That actually looks kind of cool right there. The other side probably looks like absolute crap, but you know what? Yeah. Gene... The Gene era was the worst era. I'm gonna have to look that up, actually. You know what? Let's see. Tom and Jerry Gene Deitch era. Let's see, what did this... Yeah, I remember this. I remember this era too. I remember some of the cartoons from that era. Yeah, I could definitely agree with that. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow sometime soon. Follow my Twitter for any sort of updates, any memes, any shit posts, whatever. I will see you guys tomorrow. Again, sorry for sounding like a broken record. This is what happens when I don't have a script that I write myself. So yeah, tomorrow, PCF fundraiser. Let's see. Have a good time. Thank you, Rover. Thank you, Rover. The main thing about this community I want you guys to leave with, the main thing I want you guys to remember is that I want you guys to be happy. I want you guys to be absolutely healthy. I want this community to be accepting. I want this to be a nice community, you know, and you know, this pandemic has been really tough on us. This pandemic has really been tough on us the past year. Talk to your fellow man. Talk to your neighbor. Right now, we have been fighting and arguing over some of the most stupid stuff, whether that be politics or some other thing. Maybe even console wars, right? We're fighting over the most stupid stuff. Talk to your neighbor. If you have to socially distance and you have to mask up, do that. Be nice to one another. Be good people. And thank you guys for being good people to me. Now it's time for you to be good people to others. Tomorrow is going to be the start of... is going to be a day that, you know, people try to make change and try to encourage change. And hopefully, even after that even after this live stream and that other live stream ends, we continue to be good people. We continue to improve. This is Jurassic Productions, and I'm signing off. 3. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. And cut.